Do you struggle with coloring your drawings? Or do you feel that when you color your drawings, things just look like they don't make sense? Well, that's completely normal as an artist, even an experienced one, because sometimes you're going to find that when you do get past the sketching phase, the line art phase, all that, and you finally, get to your favorite part of the drawing, which is bringing it to life with color, you're going to end up getting stuck. Now, this is, like I said, normal, but then there are ways to, kind of get used to knowing your color palettes and really just not being afraid to try, um, adding those details with color. The first thing I want to talk about is the fear of changing your color palettes. Well, sometimes you're scared to change up your color palettes, your usual color palettes that you use, and so you end up making art pieces with color combinations that seem to be repetitive because you are in your comfort zone. And usually what you need to do with that is just try to play around with different colors when you practice. It is very underrated, practice for artists. Sometimes even on your, pencil, on your paper, on your paper, in your book, on your phone, on your tablet, laptop, wherever you do your drawings. Don't just make pieces. Go ahead and actually practice. And usually when artists practice, all they focus on is anatomy, and learning how to draw different objects. Some learn about lighting, but then some just never really take the time to learn about using different color palettes, color combinations, how to take colors that usually don't look good together and actually make them look good together. Try to practice that, and eventually you'll be better at color combinations. The next thing I would like to talk about is color blending. Well, just like color combinations, color blending is kind of similar. Well, color combinations is basically having different parts of the same drawing with different colors that come together in harmony to help create a beautiful looking art piece. Now, color blending, on the other hand, is where you have colors of a similar shade or tone, and you try to blend them. The colors don't have to be the same. Well, color blending actually in and of itself doesn't have to be held to colors that are similar or have the same shade or tone. Sorry about that one. Color blending can be done with various different colors. Basically, you're combining colors and finding a smooth gradient to transition from one color to another, or from one tone to another, from a light tone to a dark tone, from a dark tone to a light tone, from warm to cool, cool to warm. I think you get it by now. So color blending is really important, and you need to practice that as well if you want to improve on how you color your drawings or your paintings, on how you paint your paintings. I think that sounds much better, but practice is very important. And I'm not going to just sit around and say you practice and you'll eventually get better. You're going to practice some things, but then sometimes allow yourself to make mistakes when you actually make your pieces. Because if you try too much to be a perfectionist, well, sometimes you're going to end up repeating yourself and going back into the things that give you comfort because you're too scared to mess up. Sometimes you might actually mess up, but sometimes you never know. You might just discover something that really helps you improve, the efficiency of your artwork and just help you discover some new things about yourself. when you do art. Now, I don't really have much else to talk about when it comes to giving advice on colors. Otherwise, I probably will make a video in the future where I do demonstrate how I go about, placing my colors on my characters. But the last but certainly not least thing that I want to mention to you guys is to keep it simple and to keep it fresh. Using simple colorways or color combinations or color gradients really takes you a long way. Adding a little high contrast here and there just to bring your drawings to life will really take you a long way. But the point is not to overcomplicate it, because at the end of the day, when you draw something or when you paint something, you're merely creating an illusion of what you are trying to get somebody to see. And this is why sometimes when people do things with like rough sketches and everything, the audience or the viewers of that piece usually leave it to their brains to, piece the puzzles together. And that's what makes art so beautiful, is that you can be implying something and somebody will see what you are trying to imply. Just don't overcomplicate it when you do it. And that is all I have for you guys today. Subscribe if you're new, if you want to. I might make more content in the future, but thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.